That's even more terrible. It kills you once you take it.
By worse, you mean better.
Better, I guess.
That's how crazy it is that people who like use fentanyl, the fact that people overdose on it so much is a selling point to them because they're like, wow, it must be really good. Like, if you're about to die from it, then it must be amazing.
I guess. I mean, the reason you have to take it is because you'll die if you don't.
Am I not supposed to?
This scenario, the old. If you look at
The old amnesia thing.
Except it was just a guy that you weren't even allowed to look at.
Alright, so this door was locked before, but now it's not. What happens if I follow that guy?
This isn't the first game to do that. I think the lantern people, that game where you had the lantern, they did the best version of it.
The lantern game? Which lantern game?
Something in the dark.
He'll look at the cover of a book, but he won't actually like.
Well, he sounds like me. He's a millennial.
It sounds boring. I'm not gonna look at it.
Is there a movie? Is this a cassette? Is it a DVD or what is this?
He's like, oh no, they left written diaries. I was hoping this was kind of an audio log situation. You got your ancient carvings. Where is this supposed to be? This must be Arctic and not Antarctic, because they wouldn't find anything in the Antarctic. It sounds like me. Where am I supposed to go? This place is already
It's very dimly lit here. Where are you right now? Like, what building is
give
this?
me nice little compact bunk rooms that I can search in a methodical, systematic manner, so I know where I've been. You open all the drawers.
Grab all the things.
You read Hanson's note.
Oh,
So
good. They have
give-
it translated.
Well, the first one of these I found, I didn't look at the right side, so I'm like, oh, this is so hard to
no
read.
No wonder you got your hair so red. Probably was.
Did you try wearing it?
Yeah, it didn't. I wasn't gonna wear it for 3 hours to get my ears warm. We're gonna be in here. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to tell anyone about it, but I'll just write it in my journal for anyone to read. I already read this part. Okay. Okay then. Elder things. Come on, you can't even call it something else. Just straight up call it Lovecraft. Okay. And some more creepy journals.
Interesting pictures here. Seems.
Have you ever read Lovecraft?
No. That's by Edgar Allan Poe, though, right?
No, it's a guy's name. It was H.P. Lovecraft. So do you remember Curious Expedition?
Yeah, there was a guy.
You could play as Lovecraft.
I guess he wrote horror. Very scary.
It was horror, but it was like he invented his own genre of horror. And now when people call something Lovecraftian, it's because it's influenced by him. Do you remember Alone in the Dark, the game? That was one of the first Lovecraftian games. Played it in the 90s. He referenced the Eldar or Elder things. So this is kind of, I guess his work has passed into the public domain now, where people can just.
Yeah, everybody does it. There's a whole podcast that are just Lovecraft podcasts.
There's probably a genre of podcasts that are Lovecraft podcasts.
Did
you remember that?
Did he invent Zulu? Not Zulu. Whatever it's in.
You know that podcast you
The octopus
wanted me to
creature?
listen to? The
Octopus
people
god?
exploring in the Arctic? Remember
Yeah.
the Norwegian expedition?
Yeah.
That's Lovecraft, basically.
Have you ever read some of his material?
Yeah. You can listen to them. There's like audiobook versions of it too that you can listen to in your walk. Okay. Oh.
So that was a sketchbook of what things he's seen?
Well, I guess artifacts that these people found.
Can you wear those?
You would think you would want to wear
I mean,
that.
can you put any of this on?
No, I'm gonna collect all the sketchbooks I find.
But not any of the going outside.
I mean, I'm in the Antarctic here or wherever, but yeah, I'm gonna collect some
He grabbed
books.
this notebook and that notebook. Everybody's journals. He's just got a hoard of journals.
He was found frozen to death in regular clothes. Boy, I don't care about someone's pictures. Okay. More journaling.
Oh yeah, so these drugs now, China can make them in any shape or form so that they can basically get sent right through security without anyone noticing.
Well, the regular form of fentanyl is illegal in China too, but they can make slight variations to the formula to make it fentanyl-like and have a lot of the same potency, but technically it's not fentanyl anymore, so it's not illegal to ship. Although I've heard that they are beginning to crack down on that a little bit. Kind of makes you wonder why China won't be cooperative on trying to cut down on fentanyl.
You know, when it can
exporting.
poison the world, it's a net gain for them then.
And
You know, that would be actually quite ironic. Would it be irony or be perfect revenge if they shoved it all into Britain? All the fentanyl. And like made it illegal in China, but we're like just dumping tons and tons of it into the UK.
Why the UK?
Because that's what UK did to China.
Oh, the Opium Wars.
Yeah.
I see. A very ironic.
What is irony the word, or is that just like revenge?
Well, irony can mean whatever you want it to mean now.
Yeah, see, I think that's not how irony works. I know it's such a very specific thing for what irony actually means. But it's hard.
They're gonna have to come up with a new word for whatever it's supposed
Just like
to
how
mean.
literally no longer means what it used to mean.
Literally can mean figuratively.
Literally. It doesn't mean that much of anything. Whatever you want it.
And I love that the people that changed the definition won in the end. It feels very Trump-like in a way.
They won.
You can find all these medicine cabinets, but there's never anything in them. Do I have to really pull out my, find a key for this? Oh, Johann de Witt. Well, I'm just going to assume if that key I had worked, they would have let me just automatically use it. I don't have to fumble around. But we don't know that for sure.
My phone.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, there it is.
Blake and Barlow. Where you going, Kev? You gotta find the gears to open the thingy to get that guy. Oh, I have to show you that game. This is kind of neat.
What game?
The one about the alien submarine where you have to like.
Well, that one sounds fun. Do you have it or a
I
demo or
don't.
something? Trailer.
I could probably show you a trailer for it, and that's pretty much it. It's not out yet.
Come on. puzzle game?
This game, I don't know. I thought it was a hide and sneak type game, but I guess there are some puzzle elements to it.
It didn't seem like you had to really sneak from there. Do you feel like the hide and sneak games are actually like challenging though? Because you know, like if you do a certain thing, they're not gonna find you.
Like the one you were just playing.
Yeah, where it's like, alright, if you're in the flowers, it's impossible to spot you.
Oh yeah, you're essentially completely invisible. Yeah, I don't really care too much about stealth games anymore.
Remember when you used to stealth, like any game that could be stealth, you wanted to fully stealth?
Did I lock my door? I don't remember where my keys are.
I guess that's me. Frank. Frank and Ernest. Fiddle around with this thing some more.
How many dials are there? Is it just the one turning thing?
You can adjust this one and this one. Not to 50.
Are you supposed to get it to blink a certain way?
Let's max this thing out.
Alright, can you hit those smaller dials on the bottom?
No, you can only adjust this one and this one.
I can't tell if you're supposed to make it beat faster or slower. Or
I think you have to make it be just right.
Or maybe it's something you even have the pieces for.
What could it mean? So you can stack up these wave pulses and speed it up. Oh. Servo motors. Go back. Oh, so
Figured it out?
maybe one of these things is
I don't think that's. I don't have. Oh, wait a second. That's the machine, isn't it?
generated voices outputted as speakers. Incoming power needs to be regulated.
Machine with the actual right. So you put it up to your brain or something?
Oh yeah, so Miskatonic University was kind of like the Castle Rock of Lovecraft. Did they actually call them the Mountains of Madness? I mean, this is kind of neat, Kevin. Look at this.
If there are hot powders, exploration, only utterly alien. I know that something made some square proof. We're not there. Haunted rooms, according to various sources. I know in the sea for the vast ass. Dry land around the South Pole. Oh, I like this setting.
Right?
Ruins around the South Pole no one else has been before.
Right? That was totally his thing. He
It
came
kind
up
of
with-
sounds like the what's it called, the White Vault.
Yeah.
Ruins in the whatever South or Arctic with creatures there.
So that's why I'm seeing that ghost guy, is because I'm wearing a Conarium on my hand, and that attunes me with him so I can see him sometimes. Elder things.
Stop.
Gosh. Like he has to wants me standing right next to him as he pushes the car back and forth.
That's kind of how they are.
Not over at my house. Walk around.
He's not like that with you?
No, like when we're at my house, he just walks around.
Oh. Well, he's in a different setting.
I was wondering how long it's gonna take him to get comfortable here. I visit pretty often now, which is pretty nice. Hope we can keep doing this. Come over all the time.
Where is she working tonight?
I can get Delaware County again.
Dr. Faust. Come on, that's a little
All
heavy-handed.
statements made knowingly or willfully include
It's kind of boilerplate, really.
Standard form. Don's blue.
Oh, so I've been dead this whole time. Dead man walking.
I'd like to know what building has all our floor lights on the ground. Oh, it's a flashlight.
Ugh, it smells awful in here. It's dark.
I feel like Lovecraft gets a little too much credit. Can't open any of that. Okay. has like a map.
Expedition base. Fleetwar, please come in. I repeat, this is Upperwalk Expedition base. Fleetwar, do you hear me? There is someone who can hear me. Please, come in. Some electrical condition in the disturbed air seems to prevent communication.
1950. At least we know what time it is. What day? Constant urge to do so. Okay. Oh, I found a secret.
Oh, what?
I don't know. It just says I found a secret, but all I found was yet another journal in one of those little drawers.
So is that like a thing you're expected to find, or is that like a bonus type?
You never expect to find a secret, or it wouldn't really be a secret.
I mean, I don't know how this game works.
Clearly you don't.
I mean, it didn't seem like it was like behind a hidden door that you had to really look harder for.
Alright, I'm just gonna close doors of places that I've already been.
Are you getting this hard time figuring out all the places you've been? Wait, you're opening the door, you're shutting all the doors where you've been?
Yeah.
Wouldn't leaving them open be more difficult? Or all the doors open when you get there? What if some doors are open, some doors are closed to begin with? I think I have to go.
Really? I thought you had until 9:30.
I know I have until 9. I'd rather stay longer, but he's getting fussier and fussier. And it's harder to... I want to watch, but he's just like doesn't want to... I'll try and stay longer. I'll see if he can get done with this game.
Just get him... You're never too young for some Lovecraftian horror, I always say.
He was more interested in the rat game. I was not sure about this Lovecraft business.
Maybe there'll be some rats here. Who knows? We're in a whole new section here. We've got the depot, and got a link elevator. Alright.
What we got?
Stop.
Sorry, it's stuck.
We got the tree.
Yeah? We got reality warping guy over here, huh?
Yeah, that just seems like the laziest thing so far. All the other ones where it's like the thing that you look at and it hurts you were kind of creative.
Well, I mean, this was a freebie giveaway game, so what do you expect?
They couldn't afford graphics for their horrible creatures, so they just made it a black thing. Is there something down there?
Oh, do you see something?
I thought I saw someone.
Someone or something?
Yeah, someone.
Was it my
It
own
moved
shadow?
now. Oh, maybe it was your shadow. And it looked like a black thing outline. But maybe it was just the light.
I think
Just
it's
the light playing tricks on my eye.
don't think he'd go down for bed?
This one.
Not you, not ours. Ours is not going down.
Ambrose? I feel like you'd just be crying for a very long time.
Is this where I came from? I think it is.
And that probably.
So
I mean, what?
He'd cry for a very. He just goes to bed better at our house. I think either he's just gonna plop to sleep in my arms and probably be more effective for that.
If you're worried about waking up our kids, they're pretty sound sleepers.
I also just feel guilty if he screams for like half an hour straight.
Well, what time is it now? How much time do we realistically have?
45 minutes.
Until what?
Until the return of Sarah. Do you think Peter's really warm in his suit? Because I'm warm just...
I mean, he does look like he's sweating right now. He's a little baby in a sweatsuit. But he does look comfortable. It does look like it's a good suit for putting him on your chest. Because it makes him sink into you better. Like you can't roll off.
I should have just followed that guy in the first place.
Oh, through the wall?
He's like, just, if you want to finish the game, just follow me.
He said that?
No, but he's kind of leading you onwards. But my instinct is always to like scout out a location first in case, you know.
Can you even die in this game?
I don't know. Maybe. I kind of hope you can't, because I'd rather not have to deal with like stealth mechanics or anything. I'd rather just like.
Something. If this elevator to work.
Link elevator has been set up. Oh. What am I missing? Button. What about?
What's the need of security measures? I need something. If this elevator to work.
You stinky? What's going on? Well, I found a handle.
Can you put the glove on? Does the glove do something special? Is that like an Iron Man glove or something?
What is the need for such security measures?
Because it looks like a glove with a little mechanism on it.
No, there was. Well, I
It's
don't
like
know.
I need something to get this elevator to work.
Actually, it's really hard to see. So you have to get the elevator to work. Do you know where you have to go, or is it like you can't figure out what you're supposed to do?
I need something to get the elevator to work.
Well, power. Go with that power
No,
generator.
you need a handle. You gotta use the handle to do
What
it.
about that crowbar?
Did you see a crowbar?
Is it in your inventory?
Oh, I tried that. I don't think that I can actually use it. Oh wait, I have a flashlight. Okay. Right. Yes, that's important. Oh, there was a jump scare, Kevin. You missed
There's a
it.
jump scare?
They had a jump scare.
What was it actually?
It was a cat.
Oh, that was the scary thing? I thought it was gonna be like a cool Lovecraftian monster.
Oh, I thought this was at the South Pole. I'm like, who missed a giant pyramid at the South Pole? There's a problem. Go check a freezer.
So, do you think this game will actually feature cool Lovecraftian creatures, or will it only feature the silhouette of the thing?
Well, if it's true Lovecraft, it'll just feature a silhouette, because he never showed the things. He just kind of talked around them. In fact, even having a game about it is kind of like defeating the purpose of how he wrote. That's right. I don't think I'm even Frank Wilson. I'm just someone who absorbed his memories. Phonograph sound. I think I know where to use that. Flower. Weird stuff is happening.
You're doing the heartbeat.
So I opened this thing and this flower came out, and I opened the flower and it
Bloomed with all this stuff.
bloomed, and my flashlight doesn't work on this side of the room. I want to like leave, but I can't.
I feel like time stopped because all that dust isn't moving, which is odd. It almost gives the impression that like you're either in a time stop or like.
I don't know.
Are you supposed to be seeing something?
I can't get out of here.
Go touch the flower.
Oh, wait, this door's open now.
What are these pods, by the way? What is going on there?
Oh. I don't know what's going on, man.
Oh, there's a body behind you.
I'm freaking out.
What's the body? Is that a guy?
That's a guy, and he's none.
Who is this? It's impossible to determine. So much decomposition.
Looks mummified,
I'm
dude.
confused as to the time period. You got like keys and then what are these?
It's 1950.
Why do they look like there's cryostasis pods going on?
Well, it's like retro future. You know how that goes.
They never do regular future or regular past. Now it's all retro.
Yeah. The only way to do the future is from the past. It's too hard to predict the future today.
I mean, it wouldn't be that hard. It'd just be like slight variations. Windows 15.
It's like the same guy wrote every one of these entries.
Like the same writer or Alright.
It's all this florid writing that every one of these scientists uses to describe horrific ancient horrors.
You gonna be on late tonight, Joe?
Probably not.
Alright. I'm heading out.
All right.
I'll see you.
See you, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin.
Bye, Karen. Thanks for having me over.